Well, here we are in week 15 of this NFL season. It's the final 10 a.m. start time for the Hawks this year. I don't think we've ever had every non-division game start at 10 a.m. for us before, but there's a first for everything. Hopefully that won't happen next year or ever again. The last road game of the regular season, which also happens to be the place that our next trip will be located at when we get to the Super Bowl. But that is until February, 2 months from now, so right now we have to focus on Eli and the Giants, which apparently Eli Manning is doing his best impersonation of Mark Sanchez. The teams that turn the ball over the most versus the team that gets the most turnovers. I wonder how that is going to turn out. And with Pierre-Paul pretty much done for the year, that makes him, Corey Webster, and Cooper Taylor, three very good players for the Giants, out for this game, letting our offense have an easier time, and you don't want to do that with Russell Wilson and our offense. First matchup that I have is pretty obvious, Eli versus the Hawk defense. He leads the league in interceptions. The running game is nearly non-existent, so that adds to the need to throw more, causing those interceptions. With our ball-hawking secondary and ability to create pressure with only 4, sometimes 3 guys, that allows us to sit back and defend the pass. That's why our defense is best against the pass this year. We can get to the quarterback. The only quality win the Giants have had this year was back against the Eagles about 2 months ago. I think we can get around 5 sacks, probably 3 interceptions, maybe a fumble recovery or 2. We were able to hold Drew Brees under 200 yards back on a Monday night a few weeks back. I think we can do the same for Eli. Second matchup I got is Lynch versus the Giants defense. Lynch hasn't had a 100-yard day in quite a while. Hopefully that ends this week. Giants run defense, pretty good. We have a better ranked defense than the Hawks. If you take away those 200-yard games that we gave up to the Bucks and Rams in back-to-back weeks, then we should be ranked better. But it is what it is. Usually our run total does surpass the opponent's average given up per game, but it's going to happen when you go up against a team whose quarterback can also get rushing yards along with the running back. I would like to see Lynch break off quite a few runs and be now dominating nearly the entire game. If there is snow on the field, I can probably see him getting the ball 20 plus times. I say Lynch gets at least 80 yards rushing and 1 score, either on the ground or through the air. Third and last matchup is just like last week, Wilson versus the opponent's secondary. 2 of the starting 4 Giants secondary players are out with injuries, as well as one of the top rushers, so it looks like Wilson will have a lot more time to make a play in one way or another, whether with his arms or his legs or his arm. I think he'll get back to how he was 2 weeks ago against the Saints, looking for him to get at least 250 yards passing with 3 touchdowns, and finally get that win to move him into first for most wins quarterback has in their first 2 seasons. So in conclusion, I say Lynch gets at least 80 rush yards and 1 score. Wilson throws for 250 yards and 3 touchdowns. Hawk defense gets around 5 sacks, 3 interceptions, and possibly a fumble recovery or 2. My final score prediction is going to be the Hawks 37 and the Giants 13. I just can't see the Giants getting more than 17 points with the way the Hawks will likely come out and play against them, especially with how last week's game went against the 49ers. So anyways, it's my predictions. Any of you don't like it, you can suck it.